Have you ever wondered why some people walk away from genuine love only to realize that they traded what was valuable for something not really worth it? They only realize that they've lost something tangible when they get to that point where they see that all they did, all they chased was just wins. They trade someone who was there for them during the trying time. They trade someone who really genuinely cares for them, someone who loves them genuinely, someone who is affectionate, someone who would stand the test of time, someone that has endured the difficult moments, the trying moments, someone who they've laughed and played with, someone who, during the difficult situations of life, was there with them through thick and thin. Sometimes they find themselves in some social standings where they begin to compare their partners with people. Do you know that sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you are surrounded by people and you feel like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I ought to be. These are the kind of people I'm supposed to mingle with. You suddenly begin to see your partner like they're not leveling up or they're not up to the standard. You deserve better. Let me tell you something. The grass is not as green as you think on the other side. You find yourself in some situations where probably because of your promotion or transfer or your new place of work, you meet people of all walks of life. And rather than work towards building something tangible with your partner, you begin to compare. You begin to see things that are not there. You begin to put up some sort of attitude because you're beginning to mingle with people of different social standing. Nothing excites you again from your partner. You begin to question yourself. They begin to that mind game begin to play on you. Those voices begin to play and tell you you deserve better. You're supposed. These are the kind of cliques of people you're supposed to be with. And before you know it, you're already flexing. You're already doing things that you know is against the ethics of being in a very good relationship. That you know is against the ethics of a dedicated relationship. And you start chasing temporary excitement. And temporary excitement brings temporary pleasure. It never lasts. You gave away things you built for years, relationship that was built on on trust, that was built on emotions, that was built on sincerity, that was built on a lot of things that you both passed through together to get to the point you. A lot of people will throw away relationship of 2, 3 years. A relationship that was heading towards marriage is sometimes a marriage that has endured the test of time over temporary excitement, only to realize that they were chasing wings. Sometimes it comes too late. You forget the times and moments where this person was solidly behind you, the times where this person was there with you at your darkest moment, the times where this person was just the pillar that held you together, the times where this person had to sacrifice their career, had to sacrifice finance, had to sacrifice, their well-being. And in some cases, they had to sacrifice friendship just to be with you. All those never mattered to you because you decided to chase what is glaring. You decided to chase things that are, those shiny things because you feel you've arrived. And find themselves in a position where every little disagreement, you just want to walk out of the door. Every little discomfort, you don't see to iron things out. You just want to leave. Not because the whole issue is as big as you make it seem, but just because you're looking for an avenue to walk out of the relationship. The social space has made it seem like every love is perfect. They make it seem like there are no times where couples or lovers will have their trying moment. They forget that true love is built on patience, temperament, controlled. The true love is built on understanding one another. True love is built on making mistakes and having to correct them together with love. True love is built on understanding one another without being judgmental. True love is correcting your partner without making them feel embarrassed. True love is respecting the feelings of your partner and things that makes them happy. And suddenly they walk away only to realize that what they chase is not as good as they thought it would be. Only to realize that this person that they left you for doesn't give them the honor or the crown the way they thought it would be. Only to realize that this person doesn't treat them as special as you used to. only to realize that it was just glamour and nothing serious. They find themselves in a position where they constantly have to seek this person's attention. And this was not something they normally do. You were always there for them, constantly showing up when you needed to show up, constantly supporting, constantly giving your all. Your emotion, your all interest was invested in this relationship because you knew what you brought to the table, because you felt you had something going, but they were too blinded to see it. Sometimes friends and relations, sometimes the cliques and people they follow influence them. They begin to feel like, oh, I have upgraded. I no longer belong on this level. I should step up with somebody. They forget the fact that person that loves you genuinely is always going to be there, either in your good moment, whether on your sick bed, whether you're doing fine or not. They are always going to love you genuinely. But that glamour you so seek might not have the qualities. And when they get there and realize that the grass is not as green as they thought, they want to retrieve themselves. In some cases, their ego will not allow them come back. Another thing they should know also is sometimes this love they once had would not permanently wait for them. Sometimes they trade away genuine love for, frivolities. It takes some of those people years to realize what they've lost. They keep searching for that version of that person that genuinely loved them in every person they meet. And some are usually not lucky. It could take 2, 3, 4 years. And in some cases, you still would not find that kind of love. So when you find someone that is genuinely in love with you, you appreciate. In most cases, they feel like this person that they mistreat, this person that they look down on, would always be there waiting. But here's the thing. After noticing that they are no longer appreciated, they are no longer loved, they have their broken moment. They pick up themselves. They moved on. They are happier. Things have changed. But on your own part, you're busy looking for something you once had to yourself alone. You're busy searching for the version of the things you had that you threw away in almost everybody. And in so doing, you lose finance, you lose your composure, you lose your time, you lose almost, in most cases, you lose almost everything because you're trying to recreate that moment that you had for free. But this time around, you're chasing it with time, you're chasing it with finance, you're chasing it with everything that means everything to you just because you want to get something you actually lost. Sometimes it is better to appreciate those that loves you genuinely than chase shadows because temporary excitement brings temporary pleasure, but permanent love brings permanent affection and permanent feelings. Don't ever find yourself in a situation where you will trade something good over something that glitters because all that glitters are not gold.